delegates from across the globe converge on London for the much-publicized anti-corruption summit. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari is one of the delegates. He has received much attention, especially as his country continues to receive attention prior to the summit.
When it comes to tackling corruption, the international community has unfortunately looked the other way for too long. We need to step up and tackle this evil. It has been estimated that oil bunkering, which is akin to trade in blood diamonds, now costs Nigeria about $7 billion United States dollars every year. Honorable Prime Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the suggestion I made about what this conference ought to do, I think should be taken as seriously and as urgently as possible, so that the correct message is sent across to the international community.
Host Prime Minister David Cameron, speaking on why he convened the summit, says corruption is at the heart of most problems in the world today and therefore requires a global solution.
Again, today you'll see we are committing to setting up an international anti-corruption coordination centre here in London, inside our national crime agency, bringing together countries. We're going to see asset recovery legislation brought forward in 21 new countries who haven't currently got that legislation that they need. You're going to see a global asset recovery forum set up so countries can come together to make sure that where assets are stolen from countries through corruption, that money is returned. But again, we know there's more that needs to be done. The Nigerian president has spoken very powerfully about this, and we need to examine what more we can do to make sure this happens.
The United States Secretary of State, citing Nigeria as an example, berates a situation where monies meant for the people are stolen by leaders to the detriment of the people.
Supposed leaders of nations are seconding billions of money into banks that supposedly have a know-your-customer standard and don't apply it. This money goes somewhere, folks. When I read that tens of billions of dollars was stolen from President Buhari's country by generals and put into other nations, some of it in our country, and we are now working to restore $350 million back, and there's more to be restored to the people. And every one of those $1 million that comes back to a country is the opportunity to provide a desk and a chair and a school and shelter and health care and meet the needs of nations.
A 34-point communique from the summit, among others, stipulates that entrenched corruption should be targeted wherever it occurs, and the culprits should be brought to justice. They call on individual countries to set out their specific commitment and actions to build upon the outcome of the summit. Chukwuma Onwekuse in London for Channels Television News.